Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Digiback Sports Network. This is Scott Kerker, along with Randy McGowl. Randy, boy, it seems like it's been It's been 2 weeks ago tonight that we did our last game against Peoria Central. Back in action here today against a non-conference opponent, Taylorville Tornadoes. Really nice program. They play in one of the best gyms in the state, but we're playing here this afternoon.
Yeah, this team, comes in at 5-6. They had a tight game against Limestone last out. Another common opponent we're going to have later in the year is Muhammad. It was a 2-point game, so should be an interesting game today. I didn't get to see him. I think you watched the game on TV, so maybe you know a little more about them, but I'm not sure what we're walking into here today.
They're in a little bit of a rebuilding mode. They play a lot of younger kids. They're not quite as young as us. I think they start a senior or two, a couple more juniors, I think one sophomore. But they're young. They're pretty scrappy. They got third in their own tournament. I think they beat Chicago Ore, and then they lost to, I can't think who they actually lost to, but they're a scrappy team. If you don't come out and take them seriously, they may sneak up and bite you.
Yeah, well, hey, we got to defend that home court advantage here, so we got to come out ready to go. But, yeah, they're definitely a capable team. But the interesting story about Metamora is coming after the York Classic tournament. The Jack Tosh. Watch those games. I know you went up to some of those games, but it was really interesting to see how our guys responded up there with these Chicago teams, especially a game against St. Ignatius, who was ranked number 1 in 4A, really just before that tournament. But, a lot of D1 kids in that program, and it was just great experience for our kids to come out and play in that kind of a level tournament.
That was a great experience, a great chance for us to play against some different types of competition, against some much bigger schools. I think we were the smallest public league school up there this year.
Yeah, I think everybody else was 4A. I think we were the only 3A school in there.
Yeah.
And but what an experience. So it'll be interesting to see the growth of this team, kind of how they come out of that. In past years, that's really been something to propel us forward in the second half of the season,
Yeah, for sure. Why don't we take a timeout? Why don't we just take a timeout? When we come back, we'll talk to the head coach of the Redbirds. Welcome back to Metamora. We're here with Metamora head coach Justin Dane. Coach, first off, congratulations. That was a real nice trip and a very successful trip for you guys up in Elmhurst, York. Came away 3-1. Had to be happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you can go over 500 up there with that schedule, it's a good week.
Yeah, you come back home today and you play a pretty scrappy Taylorville team.
I thought you were going to ask a question. Yes, we play Taylorville today. Correct.
Yeah, Coach, what do you, Scott got to see these guys play against Limestone. I think you watched the live stream, whatnot. I don't know much about them. What do we expect out of Taylorville today? What do we got?
Yeah, we didn't get to see the Limestone game because Limestone didn't send us the film, even though they were supposed to, but we saw them play a couple other games. So I think, like you said, scrappy team, a lot of guys that play football, they play hard, they get after it, hopefully give us a good competitive game today.
Coach, did you learn anything about your team? I think one thing that you probably learned from York was your kids are pretty gritty. They faced a lot of adversity with the different sides. The kid from Palatine he was a beast.
Yeah.
And you found ways to win.
I learned we don't ever want to play Palatine again until that kid graduates. He's really good.
Yeah, he was good.
Gave us 30 points for a kid who's not even going to play basketball in college. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. 6'4", 280.
Yeah.
Will you even come close to seeing anything like that rest this year?
Oh no, hopefully not.
Yeah. Signed with the Illini, I think, to play defensive line.
That's right.
Yeah, we're gonna see his name on the football field next year.
That's
for
right.
sure. But,
That's right. Probably maybe the best football player playing basketball we've seen some good ones here. You think of Dunlap and Mount Zion have had some pretty good ones the last couple of years, but that kid's as good as we've played.
Yeah, you see that athleticism on the basketball floor.
Yeah.
You translate to the football field.
Yeah.
That guy might be playing on Sundays someday.
I hope he does.
It'd
be cool.
Yeah. So pretty neat.
And I thought the team you lost to, St. Ignatius, probably the best team you've seen all year.
Oh yeah, we told the guys before the game this is the best team not only that we will play at this point in time, but the best team I'd seen on film. They beat Bennett Academy at the beginning of the year, who turned around and beat Chicago DePaul Prep at the Pontiac tournament to win it all. So, you're talking about the number one team in 4A. Well, they've beat them. They lost to DePaul. They beat Bennett. They played with some of the best teams in the state. They're really good. They look like a prep school out there. They look like a legitimate bunch of guys that are either a year out of high school or in college already. That's how well they play together.
Coach, we'll let you get going here. Good luck. Bring home
Thanks,
W.
guys.
Good luck, Coach.
And before we leave here, I just want to make, we don't normally do this kind of thing, but right before Christmas, a very important person for Metamora Sports, Harlan Gilbert, passed away, and his service was today. And, here's a guy that made sure that we had the best baseball field in the area. He made sure we had the best softball field in the area. He manned the pass gate at the football games. He was a very integral part of Metamora athletics, and when somebody like that passes away, you want to make sure that he gets recognized a little bit. Harlan was a Redbird from the day he was born, and he died a Redbird. Rest in peace, Harlan.
Oh, absolutely. Harles was outstanding. What a guy, what a family. But yeah, definitely left a legacy, no question about it.
Sure. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about keys to today's victory. Welcome back to Metamora. Randy, this is going to be an interesting game for Metamora. We've got some big games coming up. We have Limestone Tuesday night. We have East Peoria on Friday, and then we have Mohammed Seymour down at St. Joe's on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, just looking at the scores today, East Peoria just dropped one to Central.
That's their first loss, I believe.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Taking Central on here, that puts us kind of in an interesting footing there. So, but yeah, some really big games coming up for this program.
And East Peoria plays Morton on Tuesday night.
Ooh, that'll be big. And Morton just took down Normal earlier today, so a lot of teams here playing at a high level, Interesting to see where Richwoods kind of fits into the puzzle there, and I think Richwoods kind of took down Central, if I'm not mistaken.
Richwoods lost to. Did they lose to Central?
They didn't win that holiday tournament down there at Shirk Center, I don't think. I know the Amarion Smith Holly got the player of the.
They won the Pekin Holiday tournament.
Okay, they did win it. Okay.
Yeah,
Pekin.
But didn't Richwoods beat Central straight up, or am I dreaming that?
Central beat Richwoods. They were down. They beat Manual. They were down 20-0, and Manual came back and beat them.
Oh, okay, all right. So I thought Central and Richwoods played, and I thought Richwoods won, but I have to go look at that. So I'm talking out of school, guys. Sorry, you got to correct me on this, right?
It's Christmas break. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
I think that was how I might have Richwoods. I know they lost. They were up big on somebody 20-0. They end up losing. I can't remember if it was Richwoods or Central.
Okay.
I think it might have been Manual. I think it was Manual that they end up losing to. But
Richwoods beat Peoria 66-60.
Okay. So wow. So really, I know this is all analogy and things like that, but you put our young team, we can compete, and that puts us in a position to compete kind of for the sectional. There's really nobody head and shoulders above us there. So you're right. It's going to be really interesting to see what we learn maybe at the Jack Tosh and how we apply that really to the second half of the season here.
For sure. And I want to, Coach Greaves and Coach Damon has done the same thing. That we go away at Christmas, we spend some time together. Our kids it's a bonding thing. It's almost the games are almost secondary because we spend some time together, and we always come out and start playing better the second half. And they always go back to what they did at Christmas.
Yeah, huge opportunity for these kids to develop. And they go up there, they stay in a hotel together, they eat together. That bonding that happens there is so important for a basketball team. That chemistry is such a big piece of the puzzle, especially the way this team plays. They share the ball. They look for each other. I don't think it really matters for this group who scores 20 points or 10 or, they're finding just different ways to compete. So big piece of the maturity.
And I believe one of the team outing activities, one of the notable ones, bowling. I was talking to some of my friends. Bowling was one of the big ones this year. So
they went and bowled.
They went and bowled as a team.
I would have been terrible.
Nice. Kingpin's one of my favorite movies. Do you know what I mean? That's a bowling movie. One of the only ones I know about.
I bet Eli hasn't. Eli's probably never seen it.
I'll just sit here and laugh along like I have. Like I get it.
Gotta love it. But yeah, just getting these guys out and getting them to loosen up and have some fun together and appreciate each other, out at school and bond on the court. That's what it's all about. So
I think one thing we may have to do on some Friday night that we don't have a game is we need to get Jonathan, our sideline camera guy, and Eli, our producer / third person on the headset. and get them together and show them some movies, some good movies that they have not seen.
You are right. This whole generation, there's a lot of movies out there that there's a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge to be gained from them. A lot of things maybe not to do, maybe more so than to do, but things that happen that kind of made some of these old folks who they are today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, good character lessons there.
Yeah. We'd have to probably get, a 6 or 12 pack of the 2-liter Diet Cokes for Johnny, and everybody else can sip on whatever's left.
That's right.
Fend for themselves.
Exactly. Guys might have an energy drink or two. The world's changed since we were in school, Scott. There were different libations back in those days. Now it's energy drinks and video games. It's how the world has changed. So, but yeah, this should be a fun one today. These guys are going to be physical. I'm just looking down the roster for Taylorville. Just height-wise, they got 6'6", they got 2 6'4" kids and about 3 6'3" kids. So they're going to have some size. Coach kind of alluded to the fact that probably some football players out here, so they're probably going to be physical. Dropped a close one to Limestone. So this should be a good test for us here at home. We got the winning streak on the line here. What's our winning streak now?
50, I believe, isn't it?
I don't know. I think we need to get a counter somewhere. I really think we need to invest in a counter.
49.
You're right. I mean, at the fit, we might have to make a request to the shop. You know what I mean? We still got industrial arts here, right, Scott?
Right.
Isn't that a thing? So maybe we get one of those little counters with a little flipper on it, and we can put it up here. I mean, if we get to 50 or if we're at 50, that's one of the top 3 or 4 streaks.
Well, I think we'd be number 6 by ourselves.
Yeah,
all time. It's the highest active streak in the state right now.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's really cool.
That's what Canton has one at Ingersoll, Jim. They have a counter like all-time wins. I think it should be current active home streak.
So does Pekin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need 3 categories. All-time wins, state championships, right, and then win streak. All right, let's keep flipping that state championship thing here in the next couple of years, right? Because that's the dream.
Yeah.
So, Scott, you watch those games up at the Tosh. What kind of things, what kind of lessons do you think this team took out of that tournament up there?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is that they learned how to be gritty, and because those teams were, you talk about physical. I mean, they were playing against juniors and seniors, and we're sophomores and juniors, and our juniors are very inexperienced, and we kind of, after that first game against Nazareth, and LaGrange Park Nazareth, we just kind of settled in, and we beat a really good Glenbard West team, and those are some of the power hitters up in Chicago, and kind of took it to them a little bit. Glenbard West hit a 3 at the buzzer to send it into overtime. They didn't score in overtime.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you get to that St. Ignatius game. I mean,
I did not get to see that, but
didn't really.
I watched it on my phone at home, but
I just watched it on the live stream. But it seemed like in that game, 3 of the 4 quarters we were right with them. That third quarter we just kind of slipped, and it was too much to come back from. But we ended up the game lost by 11, and there were times we were down by
18, 19.
Yeah, almost 20. So to finish that game down by 11 was really good. But that third quarter is just really where we kind of fell down and just couldn't recover. So to play with a team like that I got to believe that team's got multiple Division I kids on the roster. They're a nice ball club.
I can't think of it was either Bolin or I can't think of what his name was. Left-hander. He had like 3 dunks and hit, I think, 3 threes. He's going to Yale.
To play basketball or football?
I believe he's going there to play basketball. And then they've got another, remember, Napoleon Harris played in the NFL, played running back for the Raiders. His kid was on the team, and he's only, I believe, a junior. And he's pretty good. He was pretty good. And they have a sophomore that was really good. And they just had a lot of things. They're 2 years ahead of us.
Yeah, exactly. That team, I think that team's going to be getting some hardware here at the end of the year in the 4A tournament. I don't think there's any question about that. So it was what a great game for us to stack up against a team like that and get that experience.
So yeah, this is it's going to be a nice run down the home stretch here as you get we head into 26, and the Middle Illini Conference heats up this week for us. We have 2 conference games, and I just think that Friday night game over at East Current is going to be a marquee matchup, and I'm sure Jim Matson will be talking about it a lot. And we're going to have to come out and play some good basketball.
Yeah, and I really, after watching that tournament, I think the biggest thing we have to do as a young team is we just have to be able to put 4 solid quarters of basketball together.
Yeah.
You put 4 solid quarters together. You stand in there, you hit your free throws. Every free throw is super important. Just those couple things, I think, take us to a next level team.
Yeah. The thing that I was impressed with is, Sam Koch might be our best pure shooter. Him and Briggs Busey. Sam didn't have a great tournament up there, but he still contributed in a lot of other ways. And I think that there's the maturity of knowing that, okay, I'm not on tonight.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you still got to be a little bit selfish, but, he picked up a big charge against the big guy from Palatine.
Yeah.
He got some big rebounds. And I think from here on out, we're going to be looking for him to do a lot of scoring, but the fact that he was okay with Brady Jones, who had a phenomenal tournament.
Yeah, he did excellent. But I think one of the things when you look at Sam Koch already as a sophomore, I think he's drawing the best defender from the other team.
Yeah.
And usually, you look at kids, sophomore, junior year, they can kind of hide behind a senior, and they can be that second or third scorer or whatnot.
There's no senior behind.
Yeah, exactly. So, when I'm scouting Metamora, if I'm an opposing coach, I'm looking at, hey, we got to stop Sam Koch. He's a guy that can break out for 20. You give him enough room to get a shot up. So now he's drawing their best defender already as a sophomore. How much better is that making him as a player? You know what I mean? But I think, to me, that's my assessment of his inability against St. Ignatius really get in a position to get a shot off. They were on him, So hats off to him to not get frustrated, to stay with it, and like you said, contribute in other ways,
Yep, we're about 2 minutes away from tip-off, national anthem, and the starting lineup. So. Well, Randy, hard to believe that big win against Georgia Central here was our last game we did, and that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that seemed like yesterday, and it just flown by. I had family in from out of town. It's been a heck of a holiday season. It's been a lot of fun. Did the polar plunge the other day. Well, I didn't do it. I volunteered to work at it down at the boat club, but they had more jumpers than they've had since 2017. Raised some money for the honor flight and the Ark and another outfit out of Chillicothe, and so neat things. But a lot of neat stuff going on over the holidays this year. So, but here, what a crowd today.
Yeah, pretty solid crowd for a Saturday afternoon in January.
Yeah, school's out of session, and our side is looking really full, and we got a lot on the other side from Taylorville down here, so it's gonna be a nice game here this afternoon. Sometimes you get a Saturday afternoon game, sometimes a little quiet in the gym. We're not going to have that issue today. No. These folks are fired up.
Well, we haven't played at home in a while, and they're anxious to see Redbirds live.
Definitely. Should be fun. Is Eli back with us?
That's right. I was had to give some stage directions there.
All right. So, Eli, any thoughts from coming out of the York tournament?
Just got to keep it going. Kind of back it up here this game and back it up going into the conference play the next week.
All right.
This athletic event is conducted under the regulations of the Illinois Ice Hockey Association and the Mid-Atlantic Conference. We encourage you to demonstrate good sportsmanship throughout this contest, no matter what your personal feelings of loyalty may be. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, let's meet the starters for Taylorville, who enter tonight's contest with an overall record of 5-6. If I'm the junior, number 3, Max Olives. A 6-foot junior, number 12, Max Rivera. A 6'3" junior, number 13, Blake.
Well, Randy, I still think we have a little bit of a height advantage.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they start 6'6" and 6'3", but you're right. You know, the guards, we definitely have maybe the opportunity to post up on some of their guards there at 5'11" and whatnot, but we'll see. Jones controls the tip. Vasquez to bring it up. Taylorville starts out in a man-to-man defense. Ball gets knocked out of bounds off Vasquez. Will be Taylorville ball. Redbird start out in the man-to-man.
I wonder if we'll go to that zone. Oh, up and in.
And that's 23. Pierce gets in for the layup. Koch for 3.
There it is. Good.
Nice start for Sam Koch.
Can't imagine that was part of the Taylorville game plan there to leave Sam Koch wide open for a 3.
No.
Yeah, they're going to hear about that. Koch with the rebound. Off the miss by the big man, Brown. Brady Jones kicks it back to Vasquez. Busey for 3.
Still a good look.
Absolutely. Busey gets the steal off the deflection to Koch. Finishes.
And good.
Has a chance for the and one here in the early going, but, you know, how fitting that, Koch gets the deflection there and gets it right back to the layup in the and one. So
yeah.
Sometimes hard work pays off, you know.
For sure. And the free throw's up and good.
Koch now with all 6 of the Redbird points here in the early going. Ooh, good help by Busey, but he's going to get caught. Scott, if Busey just goes straight up there and kind of doesn't swat down, he probably doesn't foul. You know what I mean? But boy, the minute you start taking that arm and swatting down, the official just pick up on that. Sometimes whether you make contact or not, Little zone press here by Taylorville. Koch on the backside gets the layup. Koch has 8.
Taylorville 4, Koch 8.
Boy, wow. Nice job by Busey to slide under and draw the charge. That'll go against the point guard there, Pierce, who's tough. I mean, he's quick, he's tough, he can get to the rim, so excellent help there by Busey. Little diamond one press here. Redbirds trying to pick it apart.
That's been kind of a theme here lately. Teams want to press us. I'm not sure why.
They want to slow us down. Busey now drives baseline, finishes off the board.
And they're going to say he was fouled on the ground before the layup.
Yeah, that goes against number 12, Rivera. Busey for 3. Doesn't go. Koch now to get called for the push-off.
Nice job by Jones.
Yeah, nice job of hedging out. Big man for 3, and doesn't draw iron. It'll be Redbirds to inbound. But, yeah, you're right. Nice job against the screen out top there. Good defense by the Birds.
One thing to keep in mind is we are using the shot clock today.
That's kind of neat in these non-conference games that we're doing that. Oh, Koch gets it off the tip. Koch in the corner, thought about the 3, now drives baseline, finishes. Koch 10, Taylorville 4. Wow. Cam Koch starts out with a flurry of scoring here for the Birds. Brady Jones gets the tip, Vasquez with the rebound. Koch drives the lane, finishes with the left hand, and Koch has 12 points here in the early going, and Taylorville takes a timeout to have a little conversation about that, and the coach is going to be lighting up whoever's guarding him.
Yeah.
We might hear it in the huddle here, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not letting them sit down. He's definitely talk with them, although maybe just a 30.
Crowd's a little quiet, too, so hopefully we don't pick up anything the coach is saying as well.
Yeah, but, wow, Sam Koch just
exploding here. 12 points here, not even halfway through the first quarter.
Probably on pace to break the Metamora single game point record. We'll see if that stands.
What's that? Is that Nate Cannell probably?
I think it's 55 against, I believe, Westinghouse. Who was guarding him?
Who?
You know who was guarding him?
Do not.
Oh, really?
Really? Oh, my goodness. That's a neat little nugget of history there. I love it. Taylorville for 3. Jones battles for the rebound, tips it off to Taylorville. It'll be Metamora to inbound. Taylorville now backs off the press, picking them up at half court now.
Well, they're giving us too many layups.
That's one thing. This guard-heavy group, pretty tough to press our group here. Busey puts it out to Geyer. Wheels in the lane. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Busey drives baseline, gets it knocked away. Big man for Taylorville pulls up for 3. Jones with the rebound. Jones gets into the lane, gets it knocked away. It'll be Redbirds to inbound.
I'm thinking, I feel like that might be the first time Brady Jones had his hands on the ball the whole quarter.
It might have been. other than a rebound.
That's right.
It's amazing to think how many times he's gone coast-to-coast. Ball's loose. Taylorville now gets down in transition for the layup. Cross-court pass gets stolen. That's Brown with the easy layup. Brings Taylorville within 4. Busey doesn't go for him. Vasquez battles for the rebound, but Taylorville controls it.
Nice defense by Jones.
Koch with the rebound to Jones. Now Jones goes for the dunk, gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I love that aggressive, hard by Jones going up there trying to slam. It gets fouled, but I love that.
Absolutely, yeah. Got to attack that rim aggressively every time.
He attacked the basket like Jonathan attacks a Diet Coke.
No question about that. Morrison now subs in for Busey. And now number 22 Curtin checks in for Taylorville. Geyer battles for the rebound, but Taylorville comes up with it. Morrison now up top.
Oh, right. That's a nice play by Taylorville.
Yeah, 22 Curtin gets the layup, but that was off the assist from Pierce, the guard, who's awful shifty. He's a tough matchup. Geyer gets double teamed and then gets pushed, but that's tough. Yeah, you know, that's one of those situations where you really got to talk and call that out for your teammate. You know, make sure he knows that 2's coming. They start peeling off on the backside. It's really hard to see that.
So Geyer will go to the line for the bonus shots. This one's up and good.
Zach Bourne comes into the game. He replaces Brady Jones. Geyer makes them both, give the Redbirds a 5-point lead. Geyer almost had the steal on there. Just knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Taylorville to inbound. Bourne now guards, and Bourne's going to get called with the foul here.
Yep.
Yeah, Pierce is really the guy in this team, number 23, that's really making things happen here for Taylorville. You know, they're trying to slow him down. So a little zone here, little 2-man. Pierce finds the way down in the lane and almost gets dug out. But they get a bucket there. It's number 12, Navarra. Geyer works his way into the lane, kicks it out to Morrison. Vasquez now gets it down to Bourne. Nice layup. Nice work. The Redbirds here in a little 2-2-1 press. They force the turnover. Press was effective. Metamora to inbound.
You know, with Bourne, you can throw that press on a team, and that is it's awfully tough. Yeah. He doesn't get tired.
He doesn't stop. He is absolutely the Energizer Bunny out there. Morrison just anticipated a cut there. Bourne kind of got held up there on the cut, but
Jones comes in for Geyer.
So again, Redbirds in the 2-2-1 press here. Giving a different look. Morrison almost gets the steal. Big man Brown has it, but he's going to pick up a foul against Bourne. That'll be 2 on Zach Bourne here in the first quarter. Morrison now with the recovery and draws the foul. That's going to go against number 3. That's Owens.
Then Colin Morrison to the line for 2. 1 minute to go here in this first quarter.
Number 2, Boucher checks in. 5'10" senior, Taylorville.
And he gets them both.
Brings the Redbird lead to 7 here with a minute to go in the first. Still in the 2-2-1 press. Jones does a nice job of just walling up and not drawing the foul there. Scotch. Little contact there. No whistle. Jones with the rebound. Jones bring it up, gets it knocked away. We're getting a little sloppy here. Jones with the recovery. Takes it down, gets the layup. Gives the Redbirds a 9-point lead.
Oh, we got it.
3 goes for Spears. That gives us a 6-point game here, 21-15, going into the second quarter.
Take this time to hear from our sponsors. Welcome back to Metamora as we head into the second quarter. I got to throw some props out to the cheerleaders, too. They made it up for I believe, the final 2 games that we played up there. We were the only school up there with cheerleaders, including York. They didn't have cheerleaders either.
That's just crazy to think about that. But, it was over the, Christmas break. And so, maybe that was kind of planned. But, yeah, it was great to see the cheerleaders up there and made a difference for our team for sure.
It'll be Taylorville ball after the quarter break. Redbirds up 21-15.
Redbirds come out in the press. 3. Gets rebounded by Morrison. Corner 3 from Jones. Doesn't go. Vasquez battles for the rebound. Secured by Taylorville. Gets knocked out of bounds by Metamora. It'll be Taylorville to inbound. Substitution for Taylorville here. LaDodge is back in, number 13.
And
Taylorville
throws it away.
Yep.
So the press is working.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really speeding Taylorville up. It's getting them to play a game that they don't really want to play. I think they're maybe a little bit more of a half-court team. Bourne sets the screen. Goes to Jones, reverses over to Vasquez. Now down in the Bourne in the post. He's got size. Turns, gets his own rebound, puts it back in. Nice job by Zach Bourne. Bourne now is going to get called.
That's 3 on him.
Yeah, that's his 3rd here early in the second quarter, and Geyer pops up off the bench to get him out of there. But excellent hustle by Zach Moore. You know, just his activity out front really changed kind of the momentum here.
Unfortunate that he got climbs in.
That's Brown, 6'6" sophomore with the finish. Morrison for three. Doesn't go. Taylorville on the run. Busey gets out the pass and gets the steal. And now high off the glass, but they call it on the floor.
Yeah.
But what a nice play by Busey there to get out into the passing lane and get the steal. Vasquez to Busey. Thought about the three, but they covered it up. Geyer now has a lane to the rim. Gets his own rebound. Goes up. Gets his own rebound again.
That's a
finish.
Wow.
That's the bully ball there by Gavin Geyer. Just working hard down in the lane. Wow. Morrison with the rebound. Gets it up to Vasquez. Picks up a screen from Geyer for three. Just rattles out. Busey now with the rebound. Vasquez gets into the lane. Out to Busey for three. Just won't go. And Geyer battles for the rebound, but knocks it out of bounds. And boy, the Redbirds have really been active on the offensive boards here.
For sure.
You could just see the body language there, the Taylorville kids. You know, you see their hand on the knees there on that inbound.
We're forcing them to play hard on every single trip, offense and defensive.
Yeah, they're playing a little faster than they want to here. Three doesn't go. Taylorville now with a couple rebounds. Finally gets the finish. That's Ladaj or the hook shot. Brady Jones now. Gets tipped. Recovered by Brown. Taylorville now brings it up. And there's Busey with another steal. Down the lane with the left with Brady Jones. Just couldn't get the handle, but that could have been a tip dunk there, Scott. Vasquez with the rebound. Gets it up to Busey. To Morrison for three. Just won't go.
I think we've only hit 1 3 today, haven't we?
Yeah, Koch hit one. And, the first shot of the game, that might be the only one. Ball's out. Geyer now tries to get to it. And off the Taylorville player, it'll be Metamora ball. You know, a host of substitutions here. We've got Ashton Taylor and Sam Koch.
And Cam Beekman.
And Cam Beekman come in. So some fresh bodies here for the Redbirds. Taylor down to Koch to Beekman for the
wow.
Beautiful.
That was nice.
Interior passing there by the Redbirds. It's Cam Beekman with a great finish. Taylor now with the steal. Redbirds are on the one. Up to Koch. Koch lays it in. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Fresh legs, Randy.
Fresh legs makes a big difference.
The basket was good for Sam Koch. He'll go to the line, shooting one.
Koch extends the lead to 11 here. A little over 3 to go in the half. Redbirds in the man-to-man defense. For 3, doesn't go. Beekman with the rebound. It's to Koch. To Busey for 3. Good! And that gives the Redbird a 14-point lead with 2:37 to go in the half, Scott. And wow, team just looks explosive at times.
It certainly does.
Yeah, pretty big swing right there.
Yeah, I think, being able to go that deep into your bench really is an advantage.
And they just keep bringing shooters off the bench, and capable scorers. Yeah, it's got to be a nightmare here. When you start going deep in your bench and you drop off, against a team like Metamora.
Yeah.
So, got to be frustrating. Redbirds come out in the press. Looks like a little diamond in one. A little different look than what they had earlier. And they throw it away. Redbird ball. Taylorville comes out in a little zone here after this little 1-3-1. Down to Beekman, out to Taylor, over to Koch for 3. Good! Beautiful ball movement. Get that ball to the backside of the zone for the wide open 3. Excellent job by the Redbirds there. For 3, doesn't go. Koch controls the rebound, gets it up to Geyer. Geyer reverses to Busey for 3. Good. Wow. And I mean, this is it's become a game of horse here for the Redbirds here in the last couple of minutes. And
they're just playing around the world.
All of a sudden, we've got a 20-point lead here.
Yeah.
With 1:38 to go, guys.
Woo! Yeah, it was just 4 and 6 points at the start of the quarter, and we're up to 20 now.
Yeah, all those 3s start dropping, and boy, that makes a difference,
Again, Cam Beekman comes in, gives you a spark.
Absolutely,
Ashton Taylor
with a steal, and got it out in transition, and Sam Koch has just been outstanding today. With
20 points,
shooting the ball, passing the ball, and really hasn't forced anything. And yeah, Redbirds are looking good. Things are just flowing. Now Busey starts hitting.
Yeah, that's it's an exciting thing to watch. Those guys are hitting like they are.
Yeah. That can be overwhelming coming in here. So Redbird still little diamond in one press. For 3, Beekman, rebound gets knocked away. Koch now secures the rebound, gets it up to Busey. Busey in the paint, gets the layup to go. Gives the Redbirds a 22-point lead here. And Busey now with the steal off the press. Over to Geyer. To Koch, back to Geyer. Ball gets tipped away. Taylorville with it. Beekman with the rebound. Busey now, nobody picks him up.
He just goes coast to coast.
Hey, if the defense doesn't stop you, you just keep going. But, yeah, I mean, you got to take the layup there.
You got to dunk it next time, though.
Geyer with the rebound. Looking up the floor. Gets it out to Koch for three. Good. Wow. This Redbird team is on fire. 46 points here with 20 seconds to go in the half. Taylorville for three.
Oh, you got it.
Go. That's number 3, Owens, 5'8" junior. Busey called for the travel. It'll be Taylorville to inbound with 2.5 to go here in the half. Half quarter doesn't go. That brings us to the half. Redbirds up by 24, 46-22.
Take some time to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back for the second half. Well, welcome back to Metamora. Redbirds took the 24-point lead into the halftime locker room, you guys. Boy, that second quarter, there was a spurt there where Metamora really looked good. I mean, they moved the ball well. They hit their threes. They hit guys going to the basket. They really looked good. And I think it all had to do with us putting that press on.
Yeah.
When we're not playing well, we're not shooting well, you throw the press on, and it just seems to kind of get things going.
You're absolutely right. We started getting some gritty buckets, some turnovers, and we started rebounding better. It just made us more active on the court. And really kind of, their key player here, number 23, the guard, Pierce, it really slowed him down. He was really the guy that was hurting us, getting into the lane a little bit, kicking the ball off, and, creating opportunities. And by putting that press on him, now we're causing him to spend a lot more energy, and he's been way less effective since we put that press on,
So Metamora looks like will come out with their starting lineup. And you know what? They got a lot of breaks. Vasquez didn't have to do a lot in that second quarter. Beekman came in, gave us quality minutes. Bourne gave us quality minutes. Taylor gave us quality minutes. We had a lot of contributions from a lot of different guys. It'll be Redbird ball to start this second half. So.
And Vasquez hasn't scored yet.
He hasn't really. I think he's taken one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he got the toughest matchup here, Garden Pierce, number 23, the guard there. That's the toughest defensive assignment of this game,
And Pierce has 5 points at half.
Yeah, and Busey coming over helping and drawing that charge made a big difference on how Pierce is attacking the rim. So Taylorville starts out the man-to-man here. Busey now drives down the lane. Shot won't go. He'll get to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on number 23. That's Pierce. So that is a second foul on Pierce.
Ooh, he misses. That's a rare miss for Busey.
Big man Brown here. Hands it off to Pierce. Back to Brown against Geyer. Geyer, ball gets peeled away. Down to Brown for the layup from Pierce. Busey cuts through the lane. Didn't see who delivered that pass.
That was Jones. Jones with a nice bounce pass.
What a nice cut and finish by Busey. Little reverse layup goes. That's number 13, Ladage. Redbirds working the four-man motion with Geyer at the high post. Jones for three. Off the heel. Ladage now taking it down. Gets it to go high off the glass. Geyer hands off to Busey for three. Dodge with the rebound. Brown now from the corner. Just rims out. Geyer with the rebound. Got his head up. Ball goes out of bounds to the Redbirds.
Oh, he traveled. Yeah.
Number 35, Reese, checks into the lineup for Taylorville, 6'3" sophomore. Geyer gets out in the passing lane. Brown now pulls up for three, gets it to go. Koch will go to the line to shoot two.
Boy, today that first step of his was so quick. And either they let him go to the basket or they foul him.
Nice recognition by Koch, you know, and he's been hitting his three, so kind of running him off the three-point line a little bit, gives him the opportunity to drive.
Comes up and good.
Brady Jones gets the steal and gets hit on his way up. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Well, he anticipated that pass. Had to go get it. If not, I think that would have been a thunder dunk.
Yeah, that would have been a little more straight line. I agree.
Puts up and good.
Gets the lead back up to 20.
Only his fourth point. Seems like and his fifth point. Seems like he's got more.
Travel on the Taylorville point guard to be Metamora ball. Just shuffled his feet there in that handoff. Koch thought about the three, drives down in, thought about the dunk, but ends up laying it in. Nice to see Sam Koch get up in the air like that.
Yeah.
Brown for three. Koch with the rebound. Brown now with the steal. Vasquez now with the steal. Takes it in.
And it climbs in. Logan.
He's smiling.
Morrison and Bourne up off the Redbird bench.
That's a good 35. Reese.
Brown almost gets the steal. Koch with the recovery. Get down to Busey. Now over to Geyer. Geyer drives the lane. Kicks it out to Vasquez for three. Ooh, doesn't go. Now Koch is going to pick up foul here in transition. Number 3, Owens. 5'8" junior will go to the line to shoot 2.
And Morrison and Bourne will replace UC and Geyer.
And Bourne and Jones just got caught on the same side of the bucket there. And just couldn't haul that one in, but Taylorville to inbound.
Still like the aggressive move by Vasquez.
Oh, yeah. Nice help by Morrison there in the cut by Brown. Koch with the rebound. Redbirds on the run. Up to Jones. Layup's good. Nice transition there.
Great pass by Koch to get it to Jones. Jones runs the floor awfully well.
Brown for 3. Rims out. Koch with the rebound. Right down the middle of the lane, and doesn't go, and Koch will go to the line to shoot 2.
He was up there.
He was way up there. I think his eyes got big. He was thinking dunk, and the Taylorville player set up underneath him. He had to back off a little bit.
Yeah, almost Sports Center top 10 worthy there.
And he gets them both.
Koch now with 26 points for the Birds. Not sure what his season high is, but he's got to be getting close.
That's got to be it, I believe. He's had 22 and 23, but I don't know if he's ever had more than 26.
Morrison with the steal. It's to Vasquez. Down to Bourne. Kick out just off track, but it looked like he was wrapped up for a second down there. Taylor now in the game for the Redbirds. Replaces Vasquez. Little backdoor layup there to Kurt, number 22.
Oh.
And now Brown with the steal. Throws it down. 6'6" sophomore. Brock Brown. Warren gets into the rim. Won't go. It's Brady Jones.
Cleans it up.
Nice job by Jones to keep the ball up and finish with the left hand. Morrison with the recovery. Up to Jones. Downhill, and he gets fouled on the floor. Redbirds to inbound underneath their own hoop.
I think Jones will go to the line because we're in the bonus.
Oh, it's 2 shots. Okay. Yep, 5 fouls. So either way, 2 shots here.
His third. Keeps set to the line. Number 23, Brady Jones, shooting 2 shots.
First one climbs in.
Jones now in the double digits with 10.
And the second one is Cam Beekman will come in now for Jones.
Brown for 3.
Oh, almost got another buzzer beater.
Yep, that leads us to the end of the third quarter. Redbirds up 64-39.
Take this time to hear from our sponsors. So it'll be Taylorville ball after the third quarter as we get ready to start this fourth quarter. Redbirds up 64-39. Don't forget our next broadcast will be at Limestone on Tuesday, and then Friday night at East Peoria, and Saturday afternoon down in St. Joe's against Mohammed Seymour.
Ball goes out of bounds to Metamora. Nice job by Zach Bourne, just creating that out-of-control pass. Ball goes into Beekman. Turns.
Still like the move. I still like the move.
Yeah, nice job. Boy, he gets that ball up so nice and high. Ford with the steal. Out to Morrison. Throws it up for Codd.
Oh.
Just won't go. Taylor now recovers it. Taylor now is going to pick up a foul. That'll send Owens to the line to shoot 2.
First turn rims out. Oh. 3 Redbirds going after it.
Yep, just tipped it out. Sam Koch with the deflection.
Oh, what a good hustle play there. You know, that alley-oop to Sam next year, that gets thrown down.
Yeah. I mean, that's 2 sophomores right there working together, Scott, on that fast break. Bourne with the rebound, gets it out to Morrison. Morrison with a reverse layup. Morrison was kind of surveying his options there. He had Beekman and Koch.
Henry Gunderson, he'll replace Sam Koch. Nice afternoon for Mr. Koch.
Nice game by Sam Koch. He leads the game with 26 points. Like you said, that might be his season, maybe his career high so far. I don't know.
Checking in for Taylorville, number 33, Burley McDowell.
Morrison thought about the three, takes it in, gets it down to Bourne, finishes with the layup. Excellent pass. That's great unselfish basketball right there.
Oh,
here we go. That's 0. Can't read that name. DeMichael, I think.
DeMichael, yeah.
Ball out of bounds to Taylorville. Yeah, the font on this roster today, Scott. I've got to talk to our printer folks. Those old folks with bad eyes, man. It's hard to read this stuff. I got my cheaters on over here just to see this thing.
Tanner Curtin up off the Redbird bench. He'll come in and he'll replace Colin Morrison. Nice afternoon for Colin.
Yeah, nice game. Layup's good. That's number 14, Woodle. Bourne gets it out to Gunderson for 3. That's good. That's number 33, McDowell.
Freshman.
Bourne for 3. Nice little pick and pop there by Zach Bourne. And Bourne now with 9 points. That's number 22, Curtin, 6'4" junior.
Over and back. And for Metamora, Evan Oberly comes in for, they got Zach Bourne.
Gunderson kind of came up lane there. I don't know if he tweaked his foot or something, but number 12 comes in for him.
Adam Pasovich.
Ball out of bounds to Redbirds. Beekman walks it out of bounds. He's got long arms, Scotty. I don't know what his arms are, but I definitely say they're longer than his height. Which is highly desirable. Now Beekman's going to get called for the foul, but man, he just gets his hand up there, tips, rebounds, does a great job with those long arms.
Eamon Lynch and Oberly. Oh, Thiago Garcia.
Yeah, Gracia.
Gracia,
yes. Fan favorite. We'll see if Gracia can get in the scorer's book tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Gracia for three. Just doesn't go. Lynch now fights for the board, but Taylorville controls it. Little backdoor cut. Goes up. Number 4, Durbin. Ball out of bounds to Taylorville. Number 4, Durbin again. Ball out of bounds to Taylorville. Well, Scott, looking at this game, I mean, we came out and really rushed him with the press and turned things up. Are we ready? Are we ready for, Limestone and East Peoria? Are we ready for that level of competition?
Oh, I think so. That's an impressive drive by the freshman.
Nice job by the freshman, Ema Lynch. Lynch with the rebound. Gets it up the curtain. Cross over up, gets picked off. One minute to go. Lynch with the rebound. Gracia with the layup. Down. Lynch now. Gracia thought about the three. Now it's a three. Doesn't go. Pavicic with the bucket. 6'3" sophomore. That goes. That's number 5.
So this will push Redbird's record to 11-4. And I believe this is their 50th consecutive win at home.
That's outstanding. What an outing here for the Redbirds coming off the York tournament. Just showed a lot of maturity here, and man, just looked outstanding today.
Yeah, this was they did what they had to do and came away with a big W. We'll take a timeout. We'll hear from our sponsors, and we'll have a chat with, I'm sure, a very happy head coach, Justin Dame. Welcome back to Metamora. We're here with the Metamora head coach, Justin Dame. Coach, man, your kids in that second quarter went through about a 3-4 minute stretch there where they were hitting threes, they were hitting the guys cutting. I mean, you stretched, a 4-6 point lead out to 20, and pretty much that was the game right there.
Yeah, that was kind of, you hate to say it in the first half the game's over, but I mean that was kind of nailing the coffin right there. Pushing it out to 20 at halftime was huge.
Coach, I mean, coming out of the Tosh, does that have any bleed over into what we're seeing here right now out of the Redbirds?
I mean, the fact that we played with a shot clock was kind of similar. We had to play fast, and there was no, second half slowing the game down a little bit, so that was similar to Tosh. But you just obviously the size and the athletes and the strength and the guys that you see up there in Chicago, those big 4A schools, is a little different. But I definitely think we can see some residual effects of how we had to play up there and how physical it was. Bringing that back down here would be a big adjustment for us. If we can do that, it'll be big for us.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought your kids came out tonight. Man, it was like they were the team on a kind of a mission, the way they were able to kind of impose their will, do what they wanted to do. And, I think Sam had, our first 12 points?
Yeah.
But their kids just kept looking for him.
Yeah, he's due. It's like a baseball analogy, right? He had 4 games up there. 3 games he couldn't hit anything. So we know we're due. We miss a few threes. We don't ever stop shooting. It's like, hey, you're due. Next one's going in. You go through a little cold streak. I think he was 3 for 20 up at the Jack Tosh. So we knew he was going to come, especially coming back home in our gym, and shoot it well, and he did.
Coach, I mean, you got a big week coming up here. You got Limestone Tuesday, East Peoria Friday, and then
Muhammad Seymour.
Muhammad on Saturday, so big week. So,
yep.
What do you got planned for this week? What do you got these guys doing?
Got to get above 500 in conference, obviously. Got 2 days to get ready for Limestone. I haven't seen them play yet, so try to get on the film and see what we got to get better at, what we got to watch going forward for the next 2 days. And obviously East Peoria is a very good team. They just had a tough battle. Lost at Central today in the afternoon. And then Muhammad, we don't know much about. We know they got some good players, and it'll be a short turnaround and a little bit of a drive for us. So we're looking forward to this week, getting 3 games in.
I believe you got to 50 today?
Yes, 50 straight.
50 straight here. 50th straight win here at home.
Wow.
You're not home until next week. So
yeah.
A big road trip, and it's going to be an important road trip for you.
Yep, definitely.
You got East Peoria at their place. You got Limestone at their place. And, you're going to kind of an unknown in Muhammad Seymour, like Randy just mentioned. Coach, your team's really starting to play really good basketball. And, we talked about it on air tonight that it seems like every year you guys go on some sort of a road trip, whether down to Mississippi or up to Chicago or wherever you go. There's some sort of bonding thing that happens with your players, and when you come back, you seem to really play some good basketball. Is that kind of an intentional thing, or does that just happen?
Yeah, it's definitely planned. We don't want to go to the Pekin tournament and play in the Mid-Illini Christmas showcase, so try to get away, spend some time together in hotels, go out to eat a little bit. We went bowling before the last game together, got to see who can bowl and who can't bowl. So that was fun. A lot of bonding, a lot of opportunities to hang around each other, not just talking on the phone.
Right. Who's the best bowler?
Either Briggs Busey. Briggs Busey was the best game to game. He had the best average. Brady Jones had one really good game. Evan Oberle had one really good game. So a couple guys can definitely bowl. I think Evan had a 140. Briggs had 2 130s.
So, yeah, wow. Briggs, a little bit of doing everything.
Yes, very skilled guy.
Coach, it's nice to be 11-4, isn't it?
Yes, there is.
We'll let you go here.
Thanks, guys.
That'll do it for Redbird. Redbird's got a
Randy.
big win against Taylorville. I want to thank Randy Bagol, our broadcast partner. I want to thank Jonathan on the sideline camera, my brother Mike up in the camera up there, and I also want to thank Eli, our third partner broadcast. He's also the producer, so kind of double dips. We'll see you Tuesday night in Limestone.